Vuelta, vuelta, vuelta. No, bien. Muy bien.
This is where the worst of the worst gangsters in El Salvador are incarcerated, with no hope of ever being released. Some of them are serving sentences of up to 800 or 900 years for the most horrific crimes imaginable. This is where Donald Trump plans to send the worst gangsters in some of America's prisons to spend the rest of their days. I'm going to go in now and see what the conditions are behind those forbidding walls behind me.
Opera con munición 5.56.
It has a
T65, yeah?
T65, yeah, and has a bullets. ¿Qué números son?
5.56 la munición.
5.56.
Podemos utilizar también cadena de cintura.
They can also use that in their wrist.
Yeah.
Chain.
And the belt, right. Yeah. Gracias. Whoa.
There is no mattresses inside the cells.
So the only thing they own is the uniform?
They sleep in that iron.
Are you saying the only thing they own is the uniform? Is that what
the
you said?
uniform.
In the past, the gang members would be kept separate, and they would be able to plan crimes in their cells. But in this prison, the new system's in operation where gangs such as MS-13 and Barrio 18 are being all put together in the same cell, so they can no longer plan crimes. They have to mix in and live together. This is an exercise class. This is the only exercise that the prisoners get. For half an hour, they're allowed out of their cells to do this regimented calisthenics with an instructor. It must be probably the most miserable aerobics class I've ever seen in my life.
That made the system vulnerable because there were too many ways of communication.
Yeah.
Y se organizaban y planificaban más delitos.
So they get organized and they planify more felonies when they come outside.
Hoy con este nuevo
So
sistema.
they can't have a lawyer? No lawyer?
¿Pueden tener un abogado ellos?
Sí, allá en la sede.
El día 18.
This one is an 18-member gang member.
Muchos de los tatuajes alusivos que él tiene en el cuerpo
Many of the tattoos that he is having in his body
son con los que en el pasado
are the
trataban
ones
de intimidar a nuestra población.
that in the past they tried to intimidate our population.
Ejemplo de ello
An example of this
son estos tatuajes,
are these tattoos, these particular tattoos.
las tres caras, las
These
tres
three
caras.
faces
Ver,
that means to see,
oír
to hear,
y callar.
and to stay quiet in silence.
I'm feeling hundreds of eyes pouring into the back of me, just dead black eyes. Lord knows what they're thinking and what they think all day. And Lord knows what they've done to deserve this, but we can only assume that they've done some of the worst things that one human being can do to another, and that's why they're here. Certainly that's what the director of the prison has told us. He's told us how these people have raped, mutilated, cut bodies into pieces and left them strewn across the countryside and turned El Salvador into a living hell. They're now locked away forever, and the country that I've seen is a peaceful, safe, tranquil place. So I guess humanity has to decide what the price is and whether it's worth paying to put hundreds of people into a cage forever so that millions of people can live peacefully. It's quite a dilemma.